What's going on, everybody? Jason back with another video for you guys. We are back on 2K21, and in today's video is another MyNBA simulation. The man who made everyone love saying the word snake, the man who made us hate free throws, and the man that has us wondering why the hell he's on Zoom calls with a district attorney. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. You are not dreaming, this is now a reality. January 13th will go down in either history or infamy as the Brooklyn Nets capped off a historic trade, trading for James Harden. So now the Big Three era in the NBA is once again back. Now, Harden wasn't the only thing obviously given up in this deal by Houston. Of course, Brooklyn had to give up a number of things. Now, the Indiana Pacers actually ate from this trade because aside from giving the Rockets a second round pick, actually getting a second round pick from the Rockets, they end up getting Karis LeVert out of this deal. So you're getting a guy who can potentially be an all-star either this season, next season, alongside Domantas Sabonis and Malcolm Brogdon. Not to mention TJ Warren, who's actually injured IRL, of course. Then you have the Houston Rockets, the guys that are reeling from this, losing your MVP who averaged 30 points per game the last 2 seasons. They still have John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins and Christian Wood, of course, but now Indiana decided to give them Victor Oladipo. And they also received from Dante Exum, we'll get to that, of course, and then Rodion Caruso from the Nets as well. Also, Houston actually got a massive number of trades. They got 4 first-round picks from the Nets directly. They got a first-round pick from Cleveland via Milwaukee, however, whatever. And then they have 4 first-round swaps with the Nets, actually. So they came out like the Thunder, getting a hella draft picks. And then the last team that's involved in this, well, Cleveland, how you wonder how they were involved? Well, they gave up Dante Exum to Houston, and they also got Jared Allen, and they also have Taurean Prince. So this team now is super stacked on power forwards and centers. That's very interesting. But for the sake of this video, obviously this deals in star power, and we're dealing with the Brooklyn Nets, of course, KD, Harden, and Kyrie. We want to see how they work out together, along with everyone else that they have remaining. In hindsight, they do have a still solid, decent bench that can help bring these 3 stars to a championship, potentially this season or in the future. They have Landry Shamet still, however, they have Tyler Johnson, you have Nicholas Claxton despite Jared Allen being gone now, you have TLC, you have Jeff Green, who's now reunited with not just KD, but also Harden now, and then you have Joe Harris, your sharpshooter, and DeAndre Jordan still. Also, not to mention, they still have Spencer Dinwiddie, who obviously tore his ACL earlier this season. But for the sake of this video, he is not going to be injured. Matter of fact, nobody in this league is going to be injured. Injuries will be off this season, and we are going to see how this Nets team works out. So KD, Kyrie, and Harden are all on contract for the next 2 years at least. They all have a player option for a 3rd year. So we're going to see how these next few seasons play out. Hopefully all of them resign. Hopefully that's the plan. But if not, this simulation is going to go from their time together all the way to the end of their separation. If one guy leaves, then we're going to end the simulation right there, I guess, because it'll be basically a failure. This is the Big 3 simulation, of course. Currently, IRL, in real life, the Nets are 7-6. They just beat the Knicks with KD alone. Kyrie somewhere on a Zoom call doing whatever. Harden is obviously not playing yet. He is now on his way to Brooklyn. He may potentially play on Monday for MLK Day against the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll see till then, but for now, we're going to simulate from their current record, which is 7-6, all the way to the end of the regular season. Of course, with this being a championship caliber team, I'm hoping that for the fact that they'll be able to make it all the way to the championship, but hopefully we could get several jump-ins. There are a few teams I want to see them play against. I want to see them play against the Sixers, who have been red hot so far this season with Ben Simmons and Embiid, who is an MVP candidate. I want to see them against the Celtics again, although the Celtics got blown out on Christmas Day. I want to see them against the Bucks, who they will be playing this week IRL very soon, but I want to see them with Kyrie obviously on the court instead of somewhere in the wilderness, and then Harden, of course, incorporated as well. It's very interesting to see that they did this 13 games into the season, so let's see how it goes. Despite being 3 teammates, of course, the Nets still get 3 All-Stars. Harden is an All-Star starter along with KD, and Kyrie is on the bench of the All-Star team on Team Giannis. So the Nets will at least have 3 All-Stars if there is even going to be an All-Star game this year anyway. So the season is basically over, and the Nets are going to be a playoff team. They are currently sitting 4th in the Eastern Conference. They're tied with Boston, so they're either going to be a 4th or 5th seed, but either way they're going to be playing the Celtics likely in the first round. They could move up to 3rd with the win against Milwaukee, probably not, but the Nets are still a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference. I think they'll probably finish better by the time this season ends in real life. Maybe not. It remains to be seen, but we'll see. Of course, you know you have a big 3 when your 3 best players are averaging 23 plus points per game. Kyrie averaged 24, KD averaged 24, and then James Harden averaged 25. KD's currently averaging 29 in real life currently at the moment. So this is, you know, something, this is one development we need to see. Harden managed to average 8 assists, so definitely they are passing around. Kyrie also averaged 8 assists, so they are passing around. They are averaging, all 3 of them, 5+ assists per game, so that's always interesting to see. Spencer Dinwiddie is managing to average 18 points per game, so that's pretty, you know, that's pretty good to see. They have a 4th scorer that's easily able to get double-digit points. Of course, Dinwiddie is injured IRL, so it's going to be these 3. They need to rely on Joe Harris a lot more. They're going to need to rely on Jeff Green a lot more. Bruce Brown, if you even know who this guy is, any of you, well, they're going to have to rely on him too. There was no hope in the Nets getting an MVP, honestly, when you have 3 star players, 2 superstars especially. So Giannis wins his 3rd straight MVP. I know Laker fans are still pissed. We talked about this in the last simulation, and we're still talking about it now. Wiseman wins Rookie of the Year. Spencer Dinwiddie is 6th Man of the Year. This would have been Karis LeVert's award if he was not traded, but however he got traded. So Spencer is the 6th Man of the Year. When you're playing behind 3 superstars, star players, really, this is gonna happen. Kawhi, Defensive Player of the Year instead of Giannis, and Chris Boucher is your Most Improved Player. KD managed to be the sole net player that is in the NBA, All-NBA second team. Obviously, the Nets didn't have an All-NBA first team player, not even James Harden. But for your 3rd team, James Harden does make it. Kyrie is snubbed out of All-NBA 3rd team as Steph Curry takes it, of course. And now here we are in the playoffs. So, as you can see, the first round matchup, wow. You know, it really is fate, I guess you could say. Kyrie gets to play against his old team. He gets to stage in the TD Garden once again. They're playing against the Boston Celtics. They have the home court advantage. Tatum, Brown, Kemba, Tice, Time Lord, Robert Williams. This is what the Nets have to go up against. So if we honestly, and we're going to do something since we're going to only be simulating up till the separation of these 3, we're going to try and jump into Simcast as much as we can in each of these series. Now, somewhere inside of me hurt internally because of me being a Celtics fan, but the Celtics are now currently down 3-1. They do have a 2-point lead. There's a 1.5 minutes left, so we have to jump in absolutely, of course. So it looks like 2K did us a solid, and all 3 stars are on the floor. Tatum is on the floor, Brown is... Alright, so both big 3s are on the floor if you want to consider the Celtics having a big 3. Harden with the ball on Jaylen Brown. Let's see what Harden does. Time Lord switches on to him. Harden driving baseline, lays it up easily on Time Lord, and now it's a tie game. Boston, you gotta do something. Come on, Tatum. Come on, Tatum. I know that's KD staring you down, but you gotta do something at least. Come on. Tatum dribbling between the legs, crosses, drives past KD, and misses it. Damn. KD gives it right immediately to Harden. So it looks like, you know, Harden is the primary offensive option, but I mean, that doesn't mean KD and Kyrie don't got that thing on them. Harden hits a 3. My God. By the way, everything is on Hall of Fame, just gameplay wise, just to keep it that in mind. And now the Celtics are staring at elimination, possibly. Brown is wide open behind Tatum. No, okay. Tatum takes a jumper, misses it. Time Lord tips it in, and the Celtics are still down by 1. They're in the bonus, by the way. Harden looks like he's just going to take over the entire game. Isolating. Oh, he stepped back. Okay. He's passing it over to Kyrie. Kyrie on Kemba. KD on Tatum. Gassed with Gatorade, and he just drives so easily past Time Lord. Holy crap. If this is what they're going to be like IRL, this is going to be very scary. Harden is your player of the game with 31 points. I mean, so he's clearly not choking in the playoffs. He better not in Brooklyn. I'm just going to let that be known. Tatum with 25 seconds, drives on KD. Screen by Time Lord. Tatum fading. No, it's not good. Harris to Spencer, and I think this series is over. But Spencer misses one. Okay. Then when he misses the first, makes the second, so it's a 4-point game. Let's see if Boston can make something shake. Tatum bringing it up. 10 seconds left. Y'all gotta, hurry up. Tice to Tatum again. Tatum for 3. Green. Wow. I'm pretty sure the Celtics almost gave up the game just now. They had like 4 seconds of time to foul, and they did not. So they just kind of put themselves in the hole, especially if KD misses free throws. KD with the first free throw is green. Sounds about right. KD with the second free throw is also green. So then the Celtics now have to heave it with 2.6 seconds left. And this series may just be over. Kemba, no, it's over. Boston is gone. I can't say I'm hurt mainly because I'm a Celtics fan, but, as a Brooklyn native, I guess I should have seen this coming because this team is a freaking powerhouse. But yeah, Harden had 31, 9, and 7. Holy crap. KD had 26, 10, and 6 in 41 minutes. That Achilles is not affecting him at all this season. Kyrie had 13. And Spencer kind of made up for that with 17. And then Tatum had 25. Kemba had 19. Brown had a triple-double, 18, 11, and 10. But big threes ruined parity for a reason. This is one of them. Into the second round we go. And yeah, as you can see, the Cleveland Cavaliers definitely benefited from getting Taurean Prince and Jared Allen. They are now in the second round. Cleveland has been pretty interesting in simulations as a whole, honestly. And the Raptors upset the 76ers. I'm willing to bet this won't happen in real life. But, Siakam spinning. Who knows? Giannis versus this gargantuan big three that he could have avoided easily if he decided not to sign that huge extension. So Harden has to deal with this for at least the next 3 seasons potentially. Game 1, Greek Freak versus Snake, Bearded Man, and Zoom Call Boy. Looks like, Giannis is not phased. Blowout win, 131-100. So Giannis is coming out for blood. So we'll see what happens. But the Nets come back in game 2. They look like they're solid. They look like they're... Oh. It got close, but the Nets do take game 2. And now we have a tied series. Game 3 in Brooklyn. And it looks like the Bucks are getting punched in the mouth right now. They are getting royally punched in the mouth. 153-127, 37, 5, and 10 from Harden, 35 from KD, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 24, 6, and 12 from Kyrie. They are definitely passing the ball around to each other. So that's not an issue. There is one ball, but there's 3 guys passing it, so that helps. Game 3, can the Nets go up 3-1 once again? And they look like they're going to do that. Giannis just got punched in the mouth by 54 points. Holy crap. KD dropped 41 on Giannis's headpiece. Kyrie with 25, 8, and 13. Dinwiddie with 23 and 11. Harden with 22, 7, and 7. Giannis with 20, 11, and 7. Drew Holiday and DiVincenzo and Chris Middleton, they're fighting for their lives. The fact that they managed to get 13, 13, and 17 is okay because when you have to guard KD at times, then Harden and Kyrie, you got to do your best. So, yeah. Game 5, potentially conference final clincher for the Nets. And this is getting pretty, okay, this is close. I think we have to jump in. 41 seconds left on the clock. 4-point game. The Bucks need to score now. And Kyrie just steals the ball. Well, we just jumped in to see the end of the series, potentially. Holy crap. 37 seconds left. 4-point game. They're not fouling. And Joe Harris for 3. Wide open. The series is over. This series is over. Goodbye, Giannis. I'm so upset. I'm upset with the fact that we just jumped in for no reason. The same kind of went for the Boston one. The Celtics were up, and then they just got, they completely broke down. Harden just destroyed them. He took their soul, along with KD, honestly. But yeah, Giannis is gone again, and he's not leaving the Bucks. He's gonna have to deal with this beatdown for the next 5 years. Here we are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and on the other side we have the Western Conference Finals. Would you look at that? The Los Angeles Lakers got knocked out in 5 games by the little brother team. by the Clippers. We have a Golden State Clippers finals. This is very interesting. You have KD potentially going up against his brothers in Curry and Clay and Draymond, which is especially interesting. Or you have KD versus Kawhi once again. KD got that opportunity to play against Kawhi in 2019 finals before tearing his Achilles, so this is a good chance at getting back at him and Ibaka, who's on the Clippers as well, who got a ring with the Raptors. Your 4th seeded Brooklyn Nets versus the 6th seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. This is kind of fate, you know. This is another team that was heavily involved in this Harden trade, so we may potentially be either beating or losing to this team with the chance to go to the NBA Finals, which is going to be crazy. Game 1, the Nets managed to hang on. Harden with 34 and 13, Kyrie with 31, KD with 21, Garland had 12, Kevin Love had 21. I feel bad for Kevin Love. He went from playing with LeBron and Kyrie to now just being in pain with these younger guys. But, you know, they could still come back in this series. You never know. On second thought, it's looking unlikely that, you know, Kevin comes back. Nets go up 2-0. Kyrie with 28, 20 from Spencer Dinwiddie, 19 from KD, 17 from Harden. So this is a pretty balanced scoring, honestly, all around, really. 24 from Okoro, 21 and 8 from Drummond, 18 and 13 for Kevin Love. They're fighting for their lives while the Nets are just, you know, on vacation right now before the finals. Game 3, let's see if we can get something more, you know, competitive maybe? Potentially no. The Nets go up 3-0, 129-116. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting maybe them to lose to Giannis, but, you know, I was wrong. 32 from KD, 5 and 6. 25 from Kyrie, 20 from Harden. Harris, Jordan, Dinwiddie did their thing, while Sexton and Jared Allen went from potentially winning the championship to now getting swept in the conference finals. But yeah, you know, teams celebrating trophies on the Cavs home floor is really nothing new, honestly. But yeah, the Nets are going to be your Eastern Conference champions in 2021, according to 2K at least. But you know, this game is garbage, and you know, sometimes they're wrong about things, but hopefully they're not, because this means my Burrow is going to the finals. Harden with a step back, that was me, obviously. I didn't really care. But yeah, the Nets are your Eastern Conference champions. 13 games in, the Nets looked a bit shaky, especially with Kyrie being out. But yeah, looks like Harden being there will fix them, and they're going in the NBA Finals. Obviously, Dinwiddie's here. That kind of like affects things, but yeah, everyone's healthy in the league, so there's nothing you can really say. But yeah, the Nets just steamrolled through the entire Eastern Conference. They dismantled my own team in 5 games. They destroyed Giannis in 5 games, just like the Heat did. And they just swept the Cavs, who the Nets actually gave 2 people. So grind up is right. Harden holding the trophy for his new team. And the Nets just decimated the entire Eastern Conference. Now, a lot of people are probably going to be depressed if they don't do that, or celebrating it. You know, whatever you are, I don't really care, but yeah. And now the Nets await to see whether the Clippers are going to go up 3-0. Let's actually watch this together. So the Clippers are up 2-1. They're up now 2-2, tie series. The Splash Bros aren't going away. 3-2, the Splash Brothers are not going to let Pandemic P beat them. This is going to Game 7. Holy crap. This is actually close. The Clippers got a blowout win. And we are going to be meeting the Golden State Warriors. The Clippers just could not get it done. The Clippers can never get it done. Kudos to the Clippers for managing to make it actually finally to the conference finals. But even when they're 1 win away from the NBA Finals, they just can't seem to get it done. Curry just dropped a 30-point triple-double on their head. Buddy Hield is on the team apparently, with Klay Thompson, James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins. Draymond is not on the team. That's interesting. So apparently there will not be a KD Draymond confrontation in this finals, because the Warriors decided to let him go for Buddy Hield. I don't know what compelled the Kings to do this, but this is a horrible trade in my opinion. I mean, Draymond's good. You know, he led the Warriors. He's leading the Warriors to 4-2 since he got back in the lineup, but like, yeah, hell no. So with the healthy Klay Thompson, with a healthy Nets Big 3 plus Spencer Dinwiddie, you will get a 2021 NBA Finals between the Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets. maybe I should have had injuries off, but you know, the only people complaining would be Laker fans. Game 1, Nets, Warriors. KD now has a super team versus Golden State, and now it's a 12-point game. It's a 3-point game with 12 seconds left. We have to jump in, honestly. Yeah. Wow. Nets have the ball, 12 seconds left. I have to go to the traditional 2K camera. KD for 3, right over. Oh my God. 6 seconds. Curry over Kyrie. I think Curry's about to take this 3 unless K gets open. Curry for 3 for the game. No. KD just. I didn't even get to say what KD was gonna do. He just shot it over. He just woke up and chose violence. He just shot it over that man right there, Kelly Oubre, and now we're going to OT. God damn, KD. Come on. So the Warriors ended up winning the tip, but yeah, we're not gonna watch all this 5 minutes of overtime. But looks like, oh, never mind. I thought the Warriors could have, you know, came back. I mean, you know, not been rattled from that. But yeah, it looks like the Warriors are gonna take game 1 nonetheless. Warriors take game 1, 114, 123. 25 points from Buddy Hield, 22 and 14 from Curry, 21 from Wiseman, 17 from Clay, 18 from Wiggins World, while KD ended up with 30, drilling that 3 in Oubre's face, 24, 11, and 10 from Harden, triple-double season, 22, 66 from Kyrie, but it just wasn't enough. Tough overtime loss. It would be a shame for this team to go all the way by dismantling the entire Eastern Conference just to lose, regardless of who they lost to, whether it be LeBron. Obviously, it'll be even more annoying because of LeBron fans and Laker fans, but it'll be shameful that they just destroyed the entire Eastern Conference and then just losing the finals so easily. Okay, they just went down 2-0. Okay, all right. Looked like they had a lead and they blew it. Oh, Harden at 26. Oh, okay, so the entire big 3 and then nobody else. Okay, so the big 3 versus everyone. Okay. 21 from Clay, 21 from Marquise Chris. Well, he's injured too. He's out for the season too. Holy crap. 18 and 12 from Wiseman. He's about to get a ring in his first year. 16 from Wiggins. 14, 8, and 13 from Curry. He's definitely not getting Finals MVP. I think I can guarantee that. He probably will because he's averaging a double-double right now. Game 3, it would pain me to think that this team would go down 3-0, but looks like they're not. Yeah, they're not going to go out 3-0. 143-120. Nets get a blowout win. Kyrie with 34, 6 and 13. Dinwiddie with 29. Harden with 23 and 11 assists. KD with 15 and 12. Curry had a good game, 29. 22 from Wiseman, 13 rebounds. 21 from Clay, 13 from Hield. Chris, Wiggins, Oubre were all quiet, so that kind of did something. Game 4, here we go, and let's see if the Nets can tie it up. And it looks like it's going to be a close one. Looks like the Warriors are pulling away, and I think, yeah, it looks like the Warriors. Oh, yes, the Warriors are going to go up 3-1. So KD's gonna have to do something that the Warriors did to him 5 years ago, and that's come back down 3-1. KD at 25, 24, Dinwiddie 23 from Kyrie, 12, 7, and 8 from Harden. That's pretty quiet aside from triple-double near numbers. 33 and 11 from Curry, 7 rebounds. 23 and 16 from Wiseman, 19 from Clay. I mean, it's nothing I can say, but it looks like despite this new big 3, it looks like the Warriors don't care as long as they have Klay Thompson and Buddy Hield. That's a splash trio. Let's see if the Nets can come back down 3-1, and I think I can rule that. Okay, there's 9 minutes left, maybe, possibly, potentially. No, no, that's not gonna happen. The Warriors are the NBA champions. The Nets failed to win the championship in season 1 of this new big 3. And let's see where this goes. Yeah, Curry is your Finals MVP. He had a couple of good games, 24 and 12 with about 6 assists per game. And now for the Nets, pain, just pain. In this playoff run, the Nets averaged KD and Harden both averaged 27 points per game. Kyrie averaged just about 24. In the NBA Finals, then KD ended up averaging 22, 21 from Harden, and Kyrie ended up averaging 25. So I could say it was either finals or bust, and they definitely were able to make it to the finals. So they got where they were supposed to be, but most people expect title or bust. So I mean, yeah, it was a bust season to me. Carmelo Anthony retires as there is no longer parity in NBA, although the fact that the big 3 just lost, you know, the complaints about big threes and stuff. Look, the Nets haven't even won a championship. The Heat only won 2 rings. The Warriors only won 2 rings with KD. Look, parity kind of exists in 2K, I guess. Still, one interesting note of this offseason is that aside from Landry Shamet having his team option accepted, Spencer Dinwiddie is declining his player option. So there's a chance that the Nets lose even more depth, not just after losing Jared Allen, Prince, and Karis LeVert. You may just lose the guy that was supposed to be in the Harden trade if he was not injured in real life. Kawhi decides to stay with the Clippers. DeRozan surprisingly decides to stay with the Spurs. He always goes to the Mavericks in my simulations, but that's just a surprise. Kyle Lowry stays with Toronto. Drew Holiday stays in Milwaukee. The Cavs just went to the conference finals, so Drummond stays. John Collins stays. Spencer Dinwiddie is packing up, leaving the Brooklyn Nets, and now going to the Chicago Bulls. So this will in fact affect the team, of course. They just lost their 4th best scorer, so Joe Harris is now going to have to pick up where Spencer left off, so that sucks. And looking over the Nets, free agency as a whole, they signed Gerald Green at some point during the season before they reached the finals. They signed Danny Green, so that's a bit worrying. I don't know if you want that, but Danny Green is now on the Brooklyn Nets. Nicolo Melli, Smith, Ersan Ilyasova, so they kind of got a couple of veterans, I guess you want to say, and they also re-signed Bruce Brown, which is good, I guess. But obviously the core is still around KD, Kyrie, and Harden. So none of them regress. Thankfully, none of them are regressing at any point yet. KD and Harden are both still 96. Kyrie is still at 92. He's only 29 years old. And then DJ is actually improving, even though he's 33 years old. So there's a chance that this team comes back to the NBA Finals. So we'll see, though. Season number 2. So hopefully the Nets can get right back to they were, which is a championship, of course. They still have their same starting 5. This is the expected starting 5 RRL, of course. But hopefully this season, not only will they be a better team in the regular season, like being, you know, top in the conference, but also hopefully they manage to get the job done and not lose to the Smash Brothers in June, or should I say July in real life, of course. So this season looks a bit more promising. The team finished 4th last season. Now they're about to finish either second in the they're about to finish second in the Eastern Conference. Only the Celtics are better than by just a few games, about 4 more wins. Could be 3 right now, we'll see. But this could be a, you know, a promising season. 3 more wins. The Celtics had 3 more wins over the Nets. Trae Young is your MVP despite not being, you know, super high, you know, standing in the conference. Evan Mobley, your Rookie of the Year. Precious is your 6th Man of the Year. DPOY Isaac, it was about time. And Okongwu is your Most Improved Player, with Brad Stevens winning Coach of the Year, of course. KD, Kyrie, and Harden are your All-NBA second team. About 60% of the second team is consisted of Brooklyn Nets players, while, you know, the 2 people that went to the NBA Finals are, you know, part of it as well, in AD and Bam. So this is, you know, improvement. KD was your only second team player. Harden was on the 3rd team, and then Kyrie was not an All-NBA second team player at all. So this is definitely improvement. Here is your playoff tree, and it would be a shame. I'm just going to say it now. It would be a shame if the Nets, with this big 3, with Harden, with Kyrie, with KD, lose to LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, and DeMarcus Cousins. I'm just going to say it outright right now, especially when they're the same seed. Well, it's a shame that the defending champions are the same seed as this LaMelo Ball-led team. But let's see where this goes. Game 1 goes to the Nets. Game 2 goes to the Nets. Game 3 goes to the Nets. And LeVar Ball's son has just been swept. So, alright. Round 2, the Celtics, I think they just blew a 3-1 lead. I don't know if they did or didn't. I saw that the Bucks were up 2-1, but the Celtics just, you know, got knocked out as the first seed. Now, incoming first round exit comments in my, you know, in the comment section, because I'm a Celtics fan, whatever. Nets versus the MVP and Trae Young. Let's see what Trae has. Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Christian Wood. When did he get there? Okay, well, whatever. MVP versus Big 3. Let's see what happens. Nets, game 1. They take game 2. Hawks take game 3. The Nets go up 3-1. And now the Nets are back in the conference finals easily. So they just got a sweep. And now Nets in 5. And now they're back in the conference finals. And would you look at that? The Lakers and the Nuggets are running it back, and Giannis is back. Giannis managed to, get past. Wow, the Bucks are potentially about to be the lowest seed to reach the NBA Finals. I'm pretty sure the Knicks reached the Finals as an 8th seed. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, Giannis is back and hungry. Giannis, John Henson, who's back on the team. Okay, Chris Middleton, DiVincenzo, and Drew Holiday. So Giannis is just better. He's like 25, 26 years old, so like he's just gonna keep getting better. But the Nets, I think I just saw Tristan Thompson. Yeah, Tristan Thompson is now here. So welcome, Tristan. Him and Jared Allen are about the same quality player, I guess, if you want to say that. But Corey Joseph, Luke Cornett, Ish Smith still here, Ilya Silva, Danny Green, who might choke for us in this series. But yeah, KD and Harden are now 97 overall. Kyrie's a 94. I think this team is capable of winning a championship, possibly. Game 1 is looking like a blowout so far. This is looking more of the same as the last year's series between these two. So the Nets are taking Game 1 easily. Game 2 looks a bit closer. I lied. 44 from Harden. God help us. 33 and 10 from Kyrie. 28 from KD. Giannis, he's fighting for his life. I'm fighting for my life. Game 3, I think this may go 3-0. Maybe not. Let's see if Milwaukee makes something shake. A minute and a half left. I don't want to jump in yet. Oh, maybe I do. Jump in for the sake of jumping in. I am so glad 2K is gonna keep these guys on the court together. I think they're all on the court together. I think. I see KD and Harden. There's no Kyrie. Is Kyrie fouled out? Is he? I'm gonna let it rock. I don't care. Kyrie did foul out. KD could foul out. So hopefully, the Nets don't have to foul. They just have to get one stop, and they could potentially tie the game. KD did that in the finals, so hopefully not. Middleton for 3, and they get the board. Timeout. Okay. So KD or Harden for the tie potentially. There's 17 seconds left. Obviously, Nets are down by 3. Giannis is your New Balance player of the game. 21. That's that's not that crazy compared to his 29 per game. But yeah, KD or Harden for the tie. Oh, okay. Bruce Brown brings it in. Harden dribbling, spin move. What a spin move. Okay. Spin move, layup, and 1? No. Okay. All right, free throws. That helps. The Nets still have 2 timeouts, so that helps. Harden loves getting to the line, so this helps. Especially if Giannis gets fouled, Harden with the first, he makes it. Whoever gets this, they better make these free throws. Harden with the second, it's good. The Bucks have no timeouts. It doesn't really matter. They're going to get fouled right now. And DiVincenzo is going to be shooting his biggest free throws of his career. So, this may or may not help the team actually be on the board in the series. DiVincenzo with the first, he misses it. Oh gosh, we're about to do this again. DiVincenzo with the second, green at least. So this could go to overtime if the Nets tie with the 2, but Harden or KD might just try to be deadly and end this with the 3. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past KD or Harden right now to shoot a 3 right now for the game. So let's see. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Harden for the win, and no good. That was a very bad shot. No good. And the Bucks survive. I totally just realized that you guys could not hear the game audio, so you just heard the casual, chill, lo-fi. But whatever. Milwaukee survives Game 3, and now we're heading into Game 4. Hopefully Kyrie does not foul out or jump into another Zoom call. Hopefully not. But this looks like this could be a very close finish. Definitely. Something I've been waiting for. Yeah, we're jumping in right the hell now. Look, if there's one thing that I really needed badly from the LeBron last simulation video, was that I needed more jump-ins. I'm going to be various. I needed a lot more jump-ins. Giannis driving on Tristan Thompson, gets the board back, and it's good. 138. Looks like the Bucks could tie this series up, but let's see. They gotta worry about Harden and KD. Kyrie is not in the game again. Where the hell is Kyrie again? Kyrie fouled out in back-to-back games, and KD and Harden might just foul out if they get an offensive foul. Damn. Harden on, who is that? Cunnington? Yeah, Harden stepped back. Oh no, that's not good. All right, so it looks like the Nets are in for a wild ride. Bembry dribbling. You're not Giannis. Give Giannis the ball. Okay, Giannis has Bruce Brown on him. You better drive. He just took a fader. Okay, okay, never mind. You got it. You got it. Giannis has 32. You got it, Chief. You got it. All right. Harden screened by Thompson. Switch on to Giannis. Giannis clamping up Harden so far. Hop step. Harden pump fakes again. Thompson over to KD. KD on Derrick Jones Jr. KD driving. My God, he just dunked on Pat Connaughton. Damn. Damn. 45 seconds ago, Giannis, you better hold on to this ball. Screened by Derrick Jones. Giannis isn't going to take a three, but he just drive past KD easily. KD almost fouled out right there, so, I mean, yeah, that kind of helps. But Bucks look to go up. Bucks look to tie the series. Giannis once again played a game. The Nets need something, especially with Kyrie fouled out. Bruce Brown gets the ball. 38 seconds. The Nets could still be in this game. Harden step back again. That's just that. Ooh, that was just bad. That's a bad shot. I don't care what anyone says. That's a bad shot. Connaughton chokes the first free throw. I thought I'd have to leave this, but maybe not. Let's see. Connaughton greens the second free throw. Nets have another timeout. For the sake of saving time, I'm just gonna see if they can hit something. No, they don't, and the series is going to be tough. Wow, they lost by 2. They managed to get like 4 points in there, 5 points right there. If you got that a couple of minutes, like a minute before, this series would be over. I mean, it would be 3-1 lead. But now, Harden drops 48, but the series is tied. So this is getting in dangerous territory. The Nets, this is the first time they've had to go on 6 besides the no, not even the finals. This is the first time they've had to go on 6 ever. So this is the pivotal game 5. I just saw the Lakers just got to the final. The Lakers are waiting in the finals for the Nets. So the LeBron is waiting for Giannis or KD for the first time. Well, the Nets for the first time in the finals. So yeah. This looks like it's going to be another close one. I hope. No, it's not. Okay, the Nets go up 3-2. 42 and 12 from Harden, 35 from Kyrie, 13 from KD, and we have ourselves one win away from another finals trip or a game 7 for the Bucks if they, survive. Game 6 and the Bucks, okay, they have a good, okay, this is pretty, oh, this is hella close. Oh, this is hella close. Nets have the ball. They're down by 3. I think Kyrie is there. Kyrie is not fouled out. They have Joe Harris to Harden. They're down by 3, 25 seconds left. Harden just almost got a half-court violation, backcourt violation. And Harden is ISOing Bembry. I don't even know who that is. What is he doing? Harden step back 3, tie. No. But Giannis is going to free throw line. KD just got his 5th foul. I don't want, I don't want to immediately say it's over. Giannis makes the first free throw. Okay, so that helps. And Giannis misses the second. Nets have no timeouts. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Harden for 3, I think. Yes, it's a 1-point game. Giannis with 43 with a chance to send us to game 7. If he gets fouled, he's not fouled. Okay, so he's inbounding it, smart man. And DiVincenzo again. Oh, Connaughton. Okay. With 4 seconds left. Okay. I don't know how to feel about this. DiVincenzo choked free throws in game 3, I think, right? Yeah. Game 2, actually. Yeah, it was game 3. But yeah. Connaughton with the first free throw makes it. That was 58%. That's dicey. Even if he makes the second one, the Nets do have a chance to tie if they can get all the way up. 2K logic-wise, I don't think they're going to take a full-court shot. He misses the second. Giannis. Wow. And KD fouls out with that offensive rebound. So now this right here could be Giannis's biggest free throws of his career. I mean, they were just now what he just took. But Giannis with the first free throw. It's green. I've never seen that from Giannis, so I'm not going to lie. Giannis with the first, and this could be the end of the series. I mean, the end of this game. No. Joe Harris. No. We are going to game 7. You can't ask for more. How many threes did he hit? He hit 4 threes. This man has become a monster in 2K Sims. 30 from KD, 27 from Harden, 26 from Kyrie. I guess some more help would have been nice, but no more Spencer Dinwiddie, so that does not help at all. And now with a trip to the NBA Finals on the line and a meeting with the Los Angeles Lakers, we're in for 7th heaven. Nets, Bucks, KD, Giannis, Kyrie, Harden, Middleton, Holiday. Game 7. So let's see what happens. The Nets have a lead. It's going a bit back and forth. The Nets have a good lead right now, and the Nets are going back to the NBA Finals. The Nets did it. This was a hard-fought series. This is the first time they've ever gone to 7. 34, 9, and 8 from Harden, 25 and 12 from Kyrie, 16, 8, and 5 from KD, and here we are. Part 2. Hopefully, I was hoping that this would have been for a repeat, but this is for their first championship as a big three together. And now this is against the team that most think they're going to meet actually this year in real life, of course, the LA Lakers, and of course that man with 4 championships, LeBron James. Obviously, of course, AD along with him. No Danny Green, Raul Neto, Brandon Boston, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Montrez. Okay, how the hell did they get Brandon Boston? I don't know. Rich Paul probably had something to do with it. Nets, Lakers, this is KD versus LeBron. This is Kyrie versus LeBron. This is Harden versus LeBron. This is all three. I don't want to count out 80, but look, this is all of them. This is the entire Nets team versus LeBron. Let's be real. Game 1, this is going to be something, especially if it happens in real life, especially if every game is close. And the Lakers take game 1 easily. They crush the Nets by 23 points, 19. It's not, nothing comes good when Joe Harris is your leading scorer. Even if, oh yeah, nothing comes good when Joe Harris is your leading scorer and Harden shooting 6 of 20. LeBron had 21, 6 and 7 solid outing, 19 and 18 rebounds from Anthony Davis. Montrez with 24 and 8. The Nets got beat by Montrez. They got beat by a former Clipper. Nets down 1-0. Let's see if they can bounce back. They do have home court advantage, by the way. And holy crap, they just came out and just, wow. They just dropped 162 points on this team. Holy crap. They had 132, but damn. Kyrie had 42 and 13 assists. Harden had 35 and 13 assists. KD had 35 points himself. These two just combined for 70, and then Kyrie had 112. These three guys just combined for 112 points. I cannot speak anymore. I am like stuttering the whole time because this is just nuts. 26 from AD, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. 25, 9 rebounds, 11 assists from LeBron, almost a triple-double. Kuzma with 24, 21 from Montrez, but they just got destroyed on that game. Game 3, the series is tied, and now the series is now in Los Angeles, and this is a back-and-forth game. Hopefully it's close. I need a close game. No, it's a blowout again. 21-point win for the Nets, 37 from Harden, 35-10 from Kyrie, 30 and 10 from KD. They easily just dropped 30 plus points the last 2 games. They all dropped 35 plus points game 2, and now this game 3, they all just dropped 30 plus points. This is not fair. I'm never playing Play Now Online against the Nets ever. I'm just gonna dashboard every single time. Nets looking to go up 3-1 just like the Warriors did a year before, and the Lakers are fighting back. They are not going down without a fight, not LeBron at least, and this is going to be a very close game. Yeah, it's time we jump in. As we jump in, LeBron just so happens to be at the free throw line. There's 2 minutes left. There's plenty of time left in this game. KCP's in the game, Harden's in the game, Kyrie's in the game, KD's in the game, AD's in the game, Montrez is in the game, and Raul Neto, for anyone that cared, of course. 2-point game, 2 minutes left. Harden, KD, and Kyrie. This is a chance to go up 3-1 and potentially be 1 step closer to the championship. Screen by Tristan Thompson. Harden fading for 3, no good. Rebound by KCP. KCP bringing it up. You better pass to LeBron if you want to win this game. Goes to Montrez from Neto, almost a turnover. Good cut from KCP, and he dunks it. This is tied. Ooh. And the Nets are shooting 41% from the field goal. Yeah. You can't win like that. Harden step back again. He's just doing it every game, and he misses. None of these are even like wide open every time he steps back. Anytime he steps back on me in the Hall of Fame on my career, it's easily going in. It's always a green. That's not right. LeBron screened by Montrez. Joe Harris guarding him. Joe Harris just gets blown by, and LeBron just dunks on him and gets a foul. Why is Joe Harris on LeBron? LeBron with the MVP chance, greens a free throw, and the Lakers are now up by 3. The Nets were just up by 3. Harden, I think it's time you gave the ball to KD. But KD's in the corner, like right in the corner, guarded by Tristan Thompson. Okay, so Harden driving, dunks on Raul Neto, and steps over him. Oh my God. All right. I take back what I said. Harden has 34. I take back what I said. LeBron screened by his buddy AD. KD switches on LeBron. No, he doesn't. Nope, no, he doesn't. KD stops Anthony Davis, and now they get the rebound. They have a chance to take the lead right here. KD guarded by Braun as usual. KD reverses it over LeBron and AD. Holy crap. LeBron again, Joe Harris on him, easily blow by, and he just easily with the finger roll greens it. Holy crap. This is something. Alright, I love the number of jump ins we're going to. This sim has been a W. 33 seconds left. LeBron is your player of the game, of course. 32 points from LeBron. He averages 24 for the season, so that's obviously a step up. It's the playoffs. It's the finals. And the Nets call another timeout. Okay, 2K. Thank you. Barring the timeout glitch, whatever. 33 seconds left. The Nets are down by 1. You have Harden, you have Kyrie, you have KD. They're still going with Harden, guarded by the rookie, and he just that was just too easy. That was not fair. Look, with all the such shots he's been taking, he still has 34, now 36. I'm not gonna say nothing. At least KD got a touch though. 30 seconds left. Now the Lakers are down by 1. Now they have to respond. This has been a tick for tack game, and LeBron, I thought he just got blocked by KD, and now another timeout. This is just back and forth. Nets, 25 seconds left, down by 1 again. Nobody can call timeout anymore. There's no timeouts left. Harden stepping back on Boston. It's a bit, my gosh, it finally worked. The rookie just got burned, and now the Nets could go up 3-1. Neto with the ball. Where is LeBron? LeBron's guarded by, okay, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. What is LeBron doing? Okay. Okay. 4 seconds. Oh, here we go. LeBron for the tie. Neto for the win. Green! Oh my gosh. Why did Kyrie just do that? Kyrie just doubled LeBron and then gave Neto a 3 for the win. Wow. I couldn't have asked for a better ending to a game like that. But for it to end like that, Kyrie, what were you thinking? LeBron is here on Joe Harris. Look, the worst case scenario here would have been if Joe Harris was to foul LeBron on the attempt and LeBron got an and one and could have won the game on a free throw. Instead, what Kyrie decides to do is just double, and you leave a capable shooter in Raul Neto, and look what you just did. The Lakers go from either losing this game, being down 3-1, to this going to overtime and just 5 more minutes of this crap, to now being back in the series. The series is now 2-2, and thanks to Kyrie's double team antics, I don't even want to look at the box score. The Lakers are now 2 wins away from the championship as well. Damn. For a simulation like this to come down to a mistake by Kyrie Irving, an antic, whatever you want to say, distraction, it's just all too realistic. I'm not gonna lie. 2K sims are pretty damn realistic. And now we're in for another close game. Looks like the Lakers, okay, have the lead right now, and there's 3 minutes left, and it's looking not so good for the Nets. Thanks to that, looks like the Lakers are now up 3-2. LeBron just dropped 44, 13, and 7. He is in finals mode. He wants this 5th ring. Kyrie came back, tried to, help the team by having 39, 5, and 10. But now the Nets are now down 3-2 and now could lose in their 2nd straight NBA Finals. Look, I either said that this was going to be a wonderful sim and that they were going to be winning championships, heading to the finals, or this could have been a complete mud stomp. So far, it's a little bit of both. Game 6, the Nets need this win. They can't afford to lose, and honestly, it's not looking like that. They are going to lose, and the Lakers are going to be your NBA champions. LeBron just got his 5th ring. AD just got his 2nd ring. LeBron just beat KD in the finals for a 2nd time, along with Harden, and especially even more sweet this time, he beat Kyrie. LeBron is that much closer to the GOAT status, while KD, Kyrie, and Harden are now just being slandered to hell on NBA Twitter. Pain. 32, 7, and 8 from LeBron. So far, I will say the this Big Three experiment is a bit of a bust. You make it back to the NBA Finals, you go from being knocked out in 5 games to Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, then you go from potentially being seconds away from going up 3-1, so you know your star point guard deciding to double team like an idiot on a 2-point game to a kick out for 3, and now you are losing in 6 games in the finals once again. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. The Nets just gave Marc Gasol another free ring on the way out of his career. Gasol has now 2 rings, one with the Raptors, and then Gasol just got 2 rings just from beating KD easily. He didn't even play a single moment in those jump-ins that I was in. Damn. And now potentially, this could be the end of our simulation. KD and Harden both declined their play options, but you know what? In cliche, you know how they love to say 3rd time's the charm. I think I'm gonna try to help them. You know, let's just say I kind of tweaked with the CPU re-signing aggressiveness, and I guess most teams ended up re-signing their main guys. So you know, what the league was still is about the same, but that means KD and Harden are still here. Kyrie did end up signing for a couple more years, so these guys are going to be here for a bit longer. So I think we're going to see how long we can keep this going until they actually win a championship. On second thought, now Harden is starting to regress. Kyrie, not really. He improved, I guess, again. KD's still the same, but they need to win a championship right now. Season number 3, look, you make the NBA Finals back-to-back seasons. I'm expecting a 3rd straight Finals appearance, but if they don't make the finals this season, I think this might be the last season we do of the sim, because that clearly means bust. It's either finals or bust. At this point, this is championship bust. It could be a bust season even if you make the NBA Finals. But if you get even swept in the finals, it's a bust season. Look, I'm gonna be quite honest. The start of the season was pretty shaky. I was a bit worried. I thought they were about to miss the playoffs, and if they did miss the playoffs, I was gonna end the video right there. I was gonna end the video right here, because that clearly meant that this was a disaster. But they just managed to sneak into the playoffs. The Knicks are now for once finally better than them. So this is not a good sign. This is clearly not a good sign. And as a whole, well, they were all still all-stars again. Harden was on the bench, but you know, they were all all-stars nonetheless. Kyrie averaged 27 this season, so that's a step up. Harden averaged 27, and KD averaged just 22. So, you know, as a 5th seed, could they win the championship? Yeah. Will I get my hopes up? No. Trae Young, once again, MVP. Look, honestly, all these awards don't matter. The Nets aren't going to win any of these. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They may at least get All-NBA, you know, selections. Kyrie was at least All-NBA 3rd team. Harden is nowhere to be found. Neither is KD, so that's not a good sign either. But here we are in the playoffs. They're playing against the Cavs again, round 1. I'm sure probably Jared Allen's still here. No, he's not. But Garland, Sexton, Love, Okoro, Drummond, that's their core right now. So, I mean, running back Ibaka is here. So they've gotten Jeff Green. They've gotten Ibaka. Why not just bring Russell Westbrook? Why not just reunite the entire Thunder core? Why not just trade Kyrie Irving right now for Russell Westbrook? Why not? Game 1 goes to the Cavs. I wouldn't be surprised. Game 2 goes to the Nets. Game 3 goes to the Nets. Game 4 goes to the Nets. And the Nets take care of the Cavs in 5 games once again. Now they play against the MVP and Trae Young once again. Game 1 goes to the Hawks. Game 2 also goes to the Hawks. Game 3, oh look, it goes to the Hawks. And Game 4, the Nets win Game 4. I'm not even going to simcast. Game 5 goes to the Nets once again. I'll simcast just for this one reason. I'm not even going to jump in even if it's a close game. The Nets have a good lead so far. Okay, and the Nets are trying to be the first team in NBA history to come back down 3-0. Trae dropped 40 and 15, but he needs help. He just needs help. I mean, I think Kyrie, KD, and Harden still need help also. But Game 7, we have to just simcast to see what happens. And the Nets are trying, but no, they will not be the first team to come back down 3-0. They lose again. I'm trying. I gave them chances. I maxed out the re-sign aggressiveness. At least they just lost to the champions. The Warriors were even able to make it back to the finals, but they couldn't. But this is not going that well. Honestly, this offseason is not even going to be going unedited. Look, you have KD still for 4 years, Harden for 2 more years, Kyrie for 2 more years. This is going to be their last go around together. If they cannot get it done and one person leaves or gets traded, I'm cutting off the simulation right there, because this is not going well. One note I guess you could look at before going into season number 4, KD is regressing finally, so is Kyrie, and so is Harden. But would you look at this? They just got a gigantic ray of hope. They got this guy, I'm sure he was drafted, he was a 2nd round pick. Wow, what a gem in the 2nd round. But look at this. The Nets had the 3rd pick in the draft somehow, some way. I don't know where they got this pick. I think it was in a trade. I don't know where they got this trade. But they just got Imani Bates. This team may have just now been saved and could still win a championship just because Imani Bates is now here. I just don't know where this is going. Season number 4, Bronny is about to come into the league after this season, and the Nets still don't have a championship. So I'm worried. Imani Bates is now in your starting lineup. If you can't win a championship with this guy here with these 3 superstars, I don't know what to tell you. The Brooklyn Nets Big 3 with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden just missed the NBA playoffs with Imani Bates on their roster and Christian Wood. You're getting people that Harden just played with, and Gallinari and Drew Holiday, Elfrid Payton, whatever. But this team is not capable of winning a championship, and now they are not even capable of making the NBA playoffs. Let's just go straight to season 5. I can't take any of this anymore. Maybe season 5 will be the year. LeBron James is now retired. You know what? Just despite the Nets, I'm gonna bring him back. Look, I'm bringing LeBron back. I can't. Look, if they can't win the championship, I'm just gonna bring LeBron back. If I could keep bringing him back, I would, but I can't. And to make matters worse for the Nets, they don't even have a lottery pick because they traded all their picks to the Rockets. The Rockets just got the 3rd pick and the 13th pick from the Nets. So this is just even worse. Kyrie, Harden are both on their final years. Harden has regressed so badly that he is now sub 90 overall. KD is approaching that at 36 years old, rightfully, and Kyrie is still at least a 92, which is decent. Imani Bates being here is the one silver lining, but Jeremy Lamb, Joe Harris is truly regressed. This is the final season of this core team together, because if they don't win this, it's over. Kyrie's going to leave, Harden's going to leave more than likely. There's no way they can keep all this together along with Imani Bates. This is the final chance at the championship, and I don't think it will happen. It's gotten to the point where I have to auto-generate rookies. This is sickening. I think this is a pretty clear indication that this is where I have to stop the sim. We're ending the sim right here. It's over. This is just going to be my final remarks, I guess you could just say, unless they just have a miraculous comeback into the playoffs, because the Nets are currently the worst team in the Eastern Conference, probably even the league right now. 9-23. There's probably a team worse than this, 9-24. There's no coming back from this. It's just so bad. Look at their team chemistry. This is what people hope would happen, which would suck, but this is where it's headed. In 2 seasons, they made it. In 5 seasons, they made it to 2 NBA Finals back to back. They lost in 5 games to the Warriors. They lost in 6 games to the Lakers when they could have potentially been up 3-1 and won the championship. And now in their 3rd season, they got knocked out by Trae Young, the MVP, who ended up winning the championship. Their 4th season, they missed the playoffs by the 10th seed, and now they are currently the worst team in the Eastern Conference. So this is it. This is the finale. I'm done with this sim. This is the one time this won't end on a high note, because LeBron's ended on a high note. He at least won a ring before he retired. Obviously, he went to the Hall of Fame and all that, but we're not even going to end it, and their careers are not even over. KD might retire after this season, probably at 36. I wouldn't doubt it, but yeah, this is definitely the big stopping point. We'll see where Harden and Kyrie end up if they decide to stay or whatever, but yeah, this is it. 2 superstars, one great star in Kyrie, and they don't manage to win the championship. They at least make it to the finals, but they don't manage to win the championship. They come very close to the championship, and then you lose to Trae Young in the second round, and then you lose the chance of making the playoffs in back-to-back seasons, and you have one of the worst seasons in the final year in this simulation. So definitely I'm done. Imani Bates just somehow ends up on the Thunder. They just gave up on their future. I don't know what is going on right now in this sim. Everything is going wrong with the Nets. This is literally KG and Paul Pierce 2.0 somehow. They just traded Imani Bates. I don't know why or for what reason. I don't know how, but yeah, Imani Bates is now on the Thunder. I don't even know how it happened. Did he even sign there? I don't even know how it happened. But Imani Bates just dipped from OKC. Unless it's a duplicate? Something, yeah. Well, apparently, okay, well, not even that. Apparently, yeah, I made a boo-boo. Apparently, Imani Bates is in both, is a duplicate in the league. Somehow, some way, this slipped past me. I didn't even see this. One got drafted 2022, and the other got drafted in 2023. So definitely a boo-boo on my part with the draft classes. But yeah, even if I just threw them a bone and they couldn't even win a championship, let alone make the playoffs with the Imani Bates. But yeah, this is where it ends. KD, Kyrie, Harden failed to win a championship, and they failed to even make it to playoffs every year. And to make things worse, look at that. Are you kidding me? I'm up at 3 in the morning complaining right now on 2K. I'm not even playing the game. I'm just watching this happen. Yeah, LeBron goes into retirement. Westbrook goes to the Warriors. I think he might have won the championship with them, or he just went just for like, okay, he just went for Warriors just for whatever sake. But LeBron retires with 5 rings, ever closer to the GOAT argument. Derrick Rose retires, one of the most beloved players of all time. Kevin Love retires. Nicholas Batum, whatever, DeRozan. Whiteside was on the Nets too. That didn't help at all. Draymond retires. Without another ring, the Warriors won a championship without him. But KD, Kyrie, and Harden are still in the league, trying to win a championship. They're the worst team in the league. Let's see if 2K even helps them and gives them the first pick in the draft. I doubt it. No, they don't, because they don't have the picks. The Rockets forever have their picks, just like the Celtics forever have their picks. If the Nets do not win a championship in real life, this is going to become the Nets fans' reality once again. This is just going to be them seeing the Rockets get their draft picks again and again and again and again and again. This is what the reality is going to be for them. This is what life is going to be like living in Brooklyn, and I don't want to be a part of that. That sounds sickening. That sounds disgusting. I don't even think these guys. Harden had a player option. He declined it, rightfully so. Look, I'm going to leave this simulation with 2 Imani Bates. That's how broken this simulation's been. Look, we have, I don't know what to tell you. KD and Kyrie, they decided to stay a couple more years. They think they'll see what they can do, what happens. I don't think anything's gonna happen. But KD and Kyrie, they resign, and yeah, I think that's where it's gonna end, because Kyrie did a resigning. KD did, apparently. He's still on his big deal, but Harden could have left, and I think Harden's probably going to leave now. And even if he doesn't leave, look, I can't keep going when they were the 15th seed. This is bad. That's just bad. It's just bad. It's bad. I just can't. Harden is still here. After 5 seasons, the Nets go from looking very promising in their first season by reaching the NBA Finals. They easily dismantled the entire Eastern Conference in the first season. Then they go up against Golden State, and surprisingly, Golden State catches them by surprise, beating them in 5 games. That's understandable. Then you have them dismantle the Eastern Conference once again. They were a bit better. They were second in the Eastern Conference behind Boston. They didn't even see Boston at all. They got past Milwaukee once again in 7 games. That was tougher. And then with about 7 seconds left, you're up by 2 with a LeBron miss potentially sending you up 3-1 and potentially your first championship with these 3 stars together. Kyrie Irving decides to help Joe Harris on a double team when The Lakers are down by 2, and Raul Neto gets a kick out, which is basically the series winner, because from there the Nets never won a game from that. The Lakers just went on to just they went on to gentlemen's, they just went on to reverse sweep, I guess, basically the Nets. The series did start 1-1 whatever, but the Nets never recovered from that. And from that double team, Kyrie double teaming off of Neto, being late on the cover on the contest, Neto hitting the 3, greening the 3. The Lakers win the championship, LeBron gets his 5th ring, and the Nets end up getting knocked out by Trae Young the season after, the MVP, the man that wins the championship after knocking them out, to then not making the playoffs as the 10th seed. So now here we are being the 15th seed, and now Brooklyn is now looking looking up at Manhattan, because the Knicks are now the NBA champions. That's where I'm leaving the sim. I can't even say it anymore. I'm disgusted. I thought this was going to be very promising. I don't know what to make of this. Maybe injuries should have been off. Maybe Dinwiddie should have been out. Maybe Clay should have been out. Maybe. I don't know. But everyone was healthy. Every single Nets player was healthy. KD and Kyrie were healthy. Harden was healthy. Dinwiddie was healthy. I don't know what to make of this, but that's gonna be the video. I'm exhausted. It's 3 in the morning. I can't believe what I just saw. We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, flat out deceived. This has been something, but thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, like the video if you liked it, comment where you think the Nets are gonna end up this season in real life, and yeah, I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys on the next video.